Good morning, good evening, viewers. Welcome back to the Blackboard series, Beyond the Blackboard, and the impact beyond the Blackboard. Today, I am honored and privileged to bring you a very candid conversation regarding the importance of allowing students to have a direct dialogue, particularly with the leadership of the school. Because the yesterday's child was one who would listen in silence, was one who would not even raise questions or concerns, whether they understand or they don't. And whereas that may look like some form of respect, but I think the world is getting more open, and there is need to involve the students at whichever stage, and particularly the leadership of the students. So I will be taking you through a candid conversation where I invited students to my office to take me through what I would call the very thorny issues that affect them and what they thought about leadership as a way of just impacting them, because this kind of engagement promotes understanding between the management and the school. It also encourages students to voice their concerns, and of course, it also provides a platform that gives them an opportunity to also find out what is going on the other outside world. So, welcome to this episode where the principal had a direct engagement with students. Thank you.
Yes, my name is Alex Victor, and I am privileged to be a student at Kakamega School. And because of your departure and your wonderful careers coming to an end, we as the students of Kakamega School would like to ask a few questions. And when we look at you, we see Dr.Julius Mambili, and there's a lot that is going around, but we really need to know who is Dr.Julius Mambili. So you can just tell us about yourself, your background, and where you are currently in terms of your career. Yes.
Dr. Julius Mambili. I was born 60 years ago. I'm celebrating my 60th year. I'm a teacher by profession. I went through a primary school called Mambili. I went to a day school called Kitale Day, then proceeded to Kolani High School in Busia. Then from there, I went to do my first professional degree as a teacher in Kenyatta University, concluding in 1989. Thereafter, I became a teacher, and I've taught for over 35 years. I did my second degree in 2007, Moore University, an MA in Education Planning, and then I did my third degree in Kiss University, 2015 to 2020. Graduating the PhD in Economics of Education and Planning. I've been a leader for the last 26 years in various institutions. And so this is the very last one. I am concluding my journey.
Okay, that institution, Kakamega School, your last institution to be a leader, but hopefully maybe later in life you will continue to be a leader somewhere else. And we'd like to also know what are your achievements and your best moments as a leader in Kakamega School, what you've done in Kakamega School, and maybe you can track your achievements in Kakamega School.
I think the very first one is to see lives being transformed. Students attaining their career, when they come back and they tell me, I'm going to pursue this, I'm going to do that, that becomes my greatest joy. Besides also seeing students who are well behaved. In fact, to me, a student who is well behaved is better than one who does well academically and misses out on character. And I can say from the time I joined Kakamega School, I loved the way students freely relate. They were able to welcome me, we were able to bond, and from there we started walking the journey. And so when it came to the end of 2023, we had a relatively good performance, though there was a drop. But last year there was an upside, and quite a number of those boys ended up at the university doing very prestigious courses. So to me that is something I will cherish, and particularly when it comes to transformation in terms of character, in terms of self-drive, in terms of just going out there. When they come back to clear and I look at them, I've always been delighted to see a well-groomed student, courtesy of having gone through Kakamega School. There are very many notable things I can say in Kakamega School. As I've said, one of it is just helping to transform lives. Number two, during my short stint at Kakamega School, we have been able to together achieve quite a lot in terms of infrastructure. Starting with the Dr. Mambili walkway, and then the ambience around the dining hall. Okay, you remember that?
Yes.
And then when I came in, I think I didn't like the fact that students were scrambling to go to the toilet. I mean, to me, that was not very good. So we have been able to put up a modern ablution block. We put up 2 dormitories. We've had 6 tuition block library. I mean, not library, but classrooms. Then, of course, the green energy 25 kVA solar panel. We have this ongoing project, the ICT library. Just the other day, we increased the water points for students both in the field and the dorm area.
Yeah.
And I think we also have an additional house to take care of one of the teachers who will be moving from the lower part of the compound, to create room for an annex wing, which to me is another a big plus. And more importantly, the fact that I'm leaving Kakamega when the students, the teachers, and the community can relate. Because when I came in, there was a bit of some fires. Huh? You look at the walls and parents were throwing stones. But I think over the years, we have been able to read from the same page. And I think that, I would say, is one of the achievements.
Thank you so much. That was my time. And I'd like to welcome one of my friends.
Thank you, Victor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
My name is David Barasa. I'm a student leader in this institution. I believe we have interacted at different levels, just about 4 days. And I'm here also to represent the student body. Just speaking from where my brother left, we also have this question for you that, yes, you've been a leader for quite a long time here. What are the challenges you have experienced in your leadership in this institution? What can you say?
Very many challenges. At the beginning, I would say that it didn't look very clear, because the very first time I went to that village school, it did not exist. It existed in the mind of the people. And so rallying them to a point of accepting that there shall be a school, and encouraging them to even entrust their children into my hands was a big challenge. And the very first 2 years, I would get students joining from 1, but from 2 they disappear. And quickly I learned that parents are looking for quality and academic excellence. So I started a rallying call for that school, a school with a difference. The difference was supposed to be seen in character, results, and of course, prudent management of work, of finances. And when we did that, it started attracting, and the rest is history. Another challenge, of course, when you get to a new school, it takes time to settle down. People look at you from a very fearful perspective. And sometimes they wonder, will this fellow make it? I remember when I moved to Kakamega High School, I moved from a village school, and the question was, will this man from the village manage a big school like Kakamega, Kakamega High School? And it took me quite some time to bring them to a level of acceptability, and when I got accepted, we were able to move. I've had also moments of being rejected. When I went to Kapenguria, I was rejected, not on account of a mistake I'd committed, but on account of what I stand for. I stand for academic integrity. And when that door was closed, another door was opened for me, went to the team, and of course ended up in Kakamega School. So many challenges, but overall I would say those are challenges that can be surmounted. Sometimes, like when students want quick fixes, they want to demand for a Europa match on a day when they know they're supposed to be in class, and they start making demands. Some of those things sound very disturbing, but I can say it is something that I have learned to accept and be able to engage.
in life, when you're faced with a problem, you don't focus on the problem, you focus on the solution.
Right.
And therefore, I have this question to ask you: where do you draw your strength from? Because I mean that is quite hectic, all those challenges.
Yeah.
Where do you draw your strength from?
Fine. I am one man who prays. I also read the Bible, and I seek a lot of counsel. I am not a lone ranger. Before I come to make a statement on parade, I consult. I consult people who agree with me. I also consult people who don't agree with me. Because as a leader, you must not just have people say yes to you. You also need to get people who tell you what you don't want to hear. So by the time I've prayed about it and I've sought for counsel, that's the time when I come to make a decision. But I'm also number two, I also am a foresight thinker. Before it gets to a point where I'm being questioned, I try to think about it. Being a planner, I bring the future into the present and try to find out, in case this is it, what is the next option? So that by the time I am making a decision, or by the time I'm making communication, I already in my mind have this and that. But I can also tell you there are moments when I don't know what to say. But when you stand and you have the right intention and you start communicating, somehow you find yourself communicating. Like the day when you guys were like, if you don't bring back the bread and bring back the beef, then we are going to strike. Then I thought quickly, now these guys don't seem to know what I know. I now say, fine, we're going to bring it back, but your parents are going to pay. Are you aware they are paying for the same? So that is it. So you think ahead, and that is how it goes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Rest of my
That's
case.
it. That's it. Lusaka, yeah.
From two students in this institution. Now, when someone looks at you, they see a very iconic figure when it comes to matters leadership, when it comes to the social perspective, and even the professional perspective. So, in retrospect, what can you tell someone who aspires to be like you in those three perspectives?
Fine. All of us are born with some potential. We only need to be given an opportunity. And the man you see talking to you and sitting in this chair has made lots of mistakes. And I cannot say I was that very perfect person, but I've always learned, one, from those who have succeeded, and two, from those who have failed. So from those who have failed, I learned what not to do. From those who have succeeded, I learned what to do. And out of a love and passion to doing some of the things, I'm able to learn progressively. And so this is an accumulation of many years of what? Of learning, making mistakes, and rising. One thing I don't accept is to fall and fall and fall completely. There's always a window of opportunity, and when you think and pray about it, there's always a still voice which tells you this is the direction.
We have come to acknowledge that it is the end of your career, it is retiring. So as you leave, what can you tell the Kakamega School fraternity, not just the teachers but also students, and even the non-teaching staff? What can you tell them?
To the Kakamega family, I want to say this is a great institution. An institution with a rich history. An institution whose founders, like Chapman, decide to see a transformation of the boy child. My urge and appeal to them is that they should not lose focus. There are challenges, but there are challenges all over. One of the challenges facing Kakamega School and other schools is the diminishing resources. And resources will never be enough. But it's always good to do the best you can with what is available. It's always also to know that you are the best that there is. Don't think about a solution out there. Sometimes you may have a problem, and you still, if you think outside the box, and if you destroy the box, you discover that you're the person with the best solution for the problem. So to the Kakamega School, I want to pray that they unleash their entire potential. They should not underestimate, undermine. And even to the students, this is a great institution. In fact, where we are is not where we are supposed to be. If each one of them did their best and desired and worked towards adding value, Kakamega School should compete at that very top level of any other school, like any other national school in the country.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Again, in conclusion, when you landed in Kakamega School, one of the things you desired to do as the chief principal was to revive clubs, and we have actually seen that. Apparently, you are the first principal in Kakamega School to host nationals 2 times within a span of 3 years. So it is quite a great achievement, and I am here as a beneficiary of that. We here are the debate members, and we were revived within just a span of 1 term, and here we are heading to the nationals for the competition. So as we go there, and for other club members, what would you like to say to them?
God gives us great potential, but unless and until you discover, you get ignited, it may remain very dormant. So to your colleagues out there, I want to say it is always good to give it a try, because you can never tell. You could be the best that people are looking for. Number 2, none of us should aspire to be like the other person. You should be the best version of yourself, because I have learned over the years that people don't value duplicates. People value originality. And so if each one of them came out and showcase who they are, I think great talents will be manifested. And I believe each one of them have what it takes to compete at a very high level. I want to wish you well as you compete at the national level. Speaking.
Thank you so much. And in conclusion, we also like to thank you. Thank you for your time. And we assure you as a principal, you're leaving a very large footprint in Kakamega School in terms of infrastructure, in terms of leadership and training the students, even in terms of academics. And for sure, you're going to go down in history as one of the best principals in Kakamega School. And as you retire, retirement is not expiring, so go out there, continue leading, continue making an impact, and may God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.